All right. And now in the studio, we have one of the amazing guy. I don't want to talk about that, but if you guys have been watching Chill Talk podcast.
Yeah.
You guys have been watching these things online severally, and based in Arua, coming to Koboko, South Sudan, and now we have this guy in the studio of 92.4 Classic FM. And I would wish and I would want to give him the opportunity actually to talk to us. Let him introduce himself the way he is, the way he wants to introduce himself, because I don't want to introduce him with other name. I want him to introduce himself.
Well, thank you so much, AJ, for inviting me to Classic FM. To all the listeners out there, my name is King George. I am the host and the owner or the founder of Chill Talk podcast that started way back in Arua, Uganda.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah.
I've been watching you though online.
Yeah.
I've been watching you online for quite a long time.
Thank you so much.
And I realized you had been working so closely with those of Ronald, if I'm not very mistaken.
Yeah.
Romeo. And then previously, I think there was also, there is this guy, Joel. This guy, Emma
Joel.
Yes.
Yeah, Emma Joel.
Yeah, and there was also, I think, another guy. Is it Barnabas?
Jiksana. Yeah.
Exactly. I've been watching you guys closely. You know, me. I don't normally make a lot of noise on social media.
Yeah.
But I normally keep on. I keep watching things going on social media. I see how development is taking place. I see how our people, the artists and the creative industry is rising. From 2000. I think Corona, somehow paved the way for South Sudanese to do a lot of things.
Yeah,
a number of stuff. Sure. So I've been watching you online, and now, generally, I wanted us to dive into issues of youth involvement in innovations and the creatives industry, more especially. We've seen West Africans doing so good when it comes to creative industry. They've been doing so much. They have been creating contents here and there, and they've been keeping us busy all this long. From the time of those Popo, we've been kept busy.
Yeah.
We've been kept busy up to today. They've kept us busy watching their contents throughout. And then, as I said, since 2020, during the time of Corona, South Sudanese have woken up, and now they are doing a lot of amazing stuff in the content creation. Can you please shed some light into the issues of content creation, more especially in our context as Africans, more especially Junubin?
Well, I think one of the things that I want to say about content creation is an amazing thing. I think it's not like our thing, especially we like South Sudanese.
Yeah.
We don't embrace it a lot. But when you continue seeing a lot of people who do content creation, they're rich people. They become rich. Like somebody just start from nowhere. Like, for example, look at Emanuela. We started watching Manuela when she was young.
Yeah.
But right now she's big and she is a millionaire.
Yeah.
You get it? Like she has her own car, she drive and that stuff. So back then, we don't believe when creation is a thing.
Yeah,
people believe these people are wasting their time. They don't have what to do. They feel like when you go to school, you go to the office, they drive you to the office, you come from office at 5 p.m, you go home, they feel like that is the best job.
Yeah.
But they forgot internet has come with a lot of impact where it has a lot of money, it has a lot of revenue, it has changed a lot of people's life out of content creation. So I feel like content creation is a good thing. Yeah.
You feel like that's just a rough about it, guys.
Yeah.
And now let us go deep into let's go into his journey of how he became a content creator.
Yeah.
Because he was here in South Sudan, then when the crisis started in 2016, I think most of us left the country, went to Uganda. And I am one of those guys Okay.
Yeah.
I am one of those people who left the country to seek refuge because I was also fearing for my life. I had to go and I seek refuge in Uganda,
Yeah.
and I stayed there for some time. Then I returned back to the country.
Yeah.
Now let us just start from that journey of living from South Sudan to Uganda, living at the expenses of UN,
Yeah.
HR.
Yeah.
You get it is a bit challenging. Many South Sudanese have lost hope. By the way,
True.
to be very honest, I was at the refugee camp, and I've seen how many South Sudanese have really lost hope. They think it's over for them.
Yeah.
They cannot make it anymore.
Yeah.
Can you please share your life experience about that?
Wow. At first, like I was in the country. Definitely, I was staying in Yei. I was a guy from Yei.
Yeah.
I was hearing this thing called refugees. You know, there is a camp,
Yeah.
settlement, those things.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it because I didn't have any experience of that about that. But unfortunately, whatever thing that had happened to the country made us to go to seek for refuge. So when we left the country, we went to Kaya. Then from there, we were taken to another place. This place was called Rhino Camp. We were taken to Ochia. Ochia was like the place where all refugees come. Then from there, they disperse you to what? To the settlements.
Different settlements.
Yeah, to the camps, wherever.
Yeah.
So that time, we entered the cars, we went and we were taken to the camp. And you know, we thought that like maybe it's a place that is so fancy. You go, there's a town, that stuff. But to our surprise, it's a bush. Like they give you a plot, and the plot is full of trees, and they give you pangas, a hose, and your carpet. And then you have to think to use like they give you one carpet. Like you have to think to use this carpet to create for yourself what? A shed. Then they gave us with saucepans and that stuff. They distributed for us. And then we entered, they gave us our plot. We started making a shed, clean the bushes. Then you create for yourself a shed. You find the entire camp, like the entire settlement is white.
Full of carpets.
Full of carpets, yeah.
UN Shara.
UN Shara, yeah. So we started there. We thought like life is going to be like maybe 2 months, 3 months. We're going to come back. But we continued. Hey, we started celebrating Christmas there. So like, no, next year things will be better. 16, 17, 18. You find yourself?
Years are
going.
And you're in the refugee camp.
You're in the refugee camp. And then, like, we didn't know that we were going to stay longer like that. Yeah, so we stayed. I think from there, I joined one of the refugee schools. That time, I didn't complete my high school. Then I completed my high school in one of the refugee schools. After finishing, the nearest town next to us was Arua. Then I have to join the campus. I was like, how am I going to join the campus? Like I'm in the refugee camp. Like I didn't know. I don't have any person that I know in Arua. Then I sat down. The first work I got was with the War Child Canal, War Child Holland. I started doing some work with children, like doing a facilitator for children, doing some work with children and that stuff about mental health. There is this one of their project called Teamwork, Team Up. You play with the children and that stuff. So I started working with them like for about 2 years. At that time I was saving money. Then when I saved my money, then I was like, now I'm resigning from work. I resigned and I went to Arua. To join school. My school was Bugema. I joined IT, started doing IT. I was in Arua for some good time. I completed. Now I sat down, I was like, now George, what next after completing? And then like when you're there in Uganda, like not for bad, you may fear like, even you can fear your country. Because like the kind of the rumors you hear bad rumors, you get it? Like, the country is not okay, wherever. I was scared, kind of scared. Like, okay, now it is like this, maybe let me make Arua like home. Then I started a page. I just opened a page. The page, before the page was called Promoter George. The page was Promoter George. The idea is like, I want to like promote like South Sudan content, like in Arua, because that thing was not there. You know, like that thing was not there. Then I think like, let me create like a content for South Sudanese, like South Sudanese being recognized in Uganda, but particularly in Arua. I opened the page. I started posting, making noise. I was just doing, blogging.
Yeah.
Just writing articles. But now I say like, I think it's kind of boring because you find that almost all media houses in South Sudan they write.
Stories,
Why can't I think of doing like make it more further, like bring it like a podcast, making it a visual where I can have these people even inside my platform and have a conversation with them in a way of how I can promote what South Sudan content in Arua. Then I started with the podcast. When I started with podcast, I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have mic, I didn't have camera, I didn't have what. So lucky enough is that I have this friend Romeo, where we started a podcast together. He has the mics, he has the camera, he has everything. I was like, hey George, if you want to start something, just come and use my mics. Then we started hosting. The first person we hosted on my podcast was Franco Lokunyume that time when he was graduating from his school. Then we hosted him and we started. Now we started it like a joke, fun, like that. And then we continue releasing videos. We continue hosting, like especially we started with the South Sudanese who were there in Arua.
Yeah.
We started hosting. Then we saw the thing was catching fire. And then from there I was like, okay, we should not limit it only to South Sudanese. We should enter it into also bringing in the nationals, like the Ugandans to come and feature in the podcast. Because like generally in Arua,
to be diversified.
There were only a few podcasts. I think there was a podcast called Hardlock. I think that's the only podcast that was in Arua by then.
Okay.
Then when Chill Talk came in, we continued doing it. Continue hosting people, hosted those of Free Boy, we continue hosting guys from there. And then the thing was continuing, like getting momentum. Then the good thing is that we had connections like in Arua. Like any big artist comes to Arua to perform, guys just called me like, hey George, where are you? We have this guy, can you come and host him and that stuff. So one of our biggest person that we hosted on Chill Talk was A-Pass. When A-Pass came to Arua, I thought like, man, the guy was going to be kind of hard. But the guy was okay. Like we had a conversation, talk about the industry, a lot of things. And like the good thing is that also I made him feel like this is a South Sudanese podcast. It's not a Ugandan podcast. And I'm like, he has been in Juba performing. His first flight was when he came to Juba to perform. I was like, oh, that's nice. And from there, when I hosted him, he revealed one of the biggest secrets that he didn't reveal to any other, where he talked about his album. He released the recent album, and he released it on Chill Talk. And when he talked about it, this thing was circulating all over the internet, like the bloggers from Kampala, from where they were writing about this this article, because he never revealed it from any other. He revealed it on Chill Talk. And then I felt like, wow, that's nice. And then we continue hosting. Then the other biggest artist we hosted was Nameless from Kenya. When Nameless came, then we had the privilege, had a conversation, deeper conversation, longer. You can find it all on the YouTube channel for Chill Talk. And we continue having conversation. And then I felt like, people like, George, do you know you can do better than that? Continue. And then time came in where I felt like I'm kind of limited because I was just waiting for South Sudanese who go there. Like for shows, like last time Wokil came there, we hosted him. We were like, okay, if any South Sudanese come, the good thing is that we created a connection within town where any South Sudanese that comes in, like they tell us, like, hey George, this person came in last time. SK came, like, George, SK came, come and host her. That stuff. So, but time came in where really it affected my work, like in terms like reaching to the people. To make the dream come true, because the idea was to create a platform for the South Sudanese, because you find that we have scarcity in the platforms. And we get to know more people to know when they share their stories. Now, like, why can they think of coming to Juba? You get it? Then that is when I started coming to Juba. And now I have like plenty of podcasts. Like, even there are some that I didn't upload. I have over 10 ready episodes that need to be uploaded, you know? So I think that's a little story I can,
Right, it's a very beautiful one, sharing a moment of journey, right away from South Sudan to refugee camp becoming a star, a content creator. If you are not following then Chill Talk podcast, then just go to the Facebook page, click on your search button, let me spell for you. It is CHILL. Then you put talk. That is TALK. than podcast. Then you can be able to follow all the conversations, all the contents that he has been creating all this long. Why I had to ask you the journey between South Sudan going to the refugee camp years ago, like you've been at the refugee camp and looking at the life of all South Sudanese who are living at the refugee camp. As I earlier on said, that some of them are already hopelessly lost their way. We've seen that there are very few South Sudanese who have met it from the refugee camp. They're able to leave the refugee camp and pursue their different dreams. We've seen that there are some South Sudanese actually who have left even the refugee camp and went overseas. For example, let's talk about my good friend, that's Emmanuel Taban. We were together in school, we studied together, and almost I think we shared the same thing in common with him. But apparently he's not within the country, he's not within Africa, he's outside Africa, right from the refugee camp. What lessons do you learn from the refugee camp?
Yeah, like before, like when I was there, like when I was thinking of going there, like when my parents told me like, hey, you guys, we need to go to the refugee camp. Then I was like, how's life going to be there? Because one, you're going to be alone, like your friends, your hobbies, your guys that you're being together in the area. Because when you go to the refugee camp is too big. Like there is BD, there's a lot of settlements. So you're going to be divided. Then you sit down like, how is life going to be like that? Because like we are hearing rumors that even there could be lions there, that they eat people. Those are the rumors we are hearing from those people who went to the refugee camp. I'm like, how is life going to be there? And then you think of education. You feel like your life is going to be like totally off. You get it? But then like when you...
No money, no
like,
hustles, you're just packed there.
You're packed there. So what you think is about food, like when are they going to distribute food? You wait for the end of the month. They give you your food, beans, maize, cooking oil, salt, soap, and that is it. So when I was there, like, man, you think like the world has come to an end. You get it? But then lucky enough is that like when we're there, organization do come there. Like they do trainings. They can take people to Kampala, to Arua to do trainings. Like you find that the trainings are like they give impact to people. And trust me, people who have gone to the refugee camp, they think different. Like they view the country like so differently because you find that they have given them enough impact, like trainings, knowledge. There are some people who couldn't dig, but right now people dig. Like in the refugee camp, like right now when you go there, people have plot of lands, like gardens. You get it? Like there's this camp, Eden. Is now known for growing rice. Like they produce rice and you find cars come from town to come and get food from there and produced by the refugees. And you find that it has created like opportunity, thinking, whatever. People became more creative compared to before, like when we were here. Because when we were here, you think like, oh, after going to school, I should think of like writing a CV and going to apply for a job, wherever, become a teacher, become a president, become this, become that. But now when you are there, you are taught like skills, how to survive on your skills. There are people like organization do come there like you need to apply for any kind of skill you want. There are those people who can do tailoring. There are those people who can go and like, I want to do garden work. And they train you in a particular thing. And you find that those people who want to become mechanics. You find almost those people who are currently in the refugee camp, they have skills. And until it has reached a moment where almost all the youths are being trained. They are now looking for, even sometimes some of them go for recycle, for trainings. So at the end of the day, like when we continue living, we found out like, it's a place of opportunity because at the end of the day, those skills that we used to see here, you pay for it, but there you get it for free. And really it has changed a lot of people. It has created impact. It has given you to view the life in a different way. There are people now who are driving, they are riding, they have cars, they have what? They have better life. Even some of them don't want to come back. Because they feel like, now I can earn money. I can be this, I can get this through the refugee camp. And there are those people who have got the opportunity of going out, like as you said, like Emmanuel Taban is now out, he's there, and he's doing well. So like the refugee camp, like when you think in a very positive way, it has more impact like in a very positive way than compared to a negative side. Yeah.
We have very many South Sudanese who are still living at the refugee camp.
Yeah.
Of recent, you just said that people are digging, but I was told,
Yeah.
and I heard from the news, from reliable news outlets,
Yeah.
that people, by the way, are suffering a lot when it comes to issues of food and so on.
Yeah, like okay, that story is true. This is the scenario. The way how they establish the camp, and then the UN Charter, they come with a policy like they have emergency time, and then they have a time where they feel like these people are out of emergency. You get it? They feel like these people can do it for themselves and that stuff. So like before, people were receiving food for free every month. You get it? And people were being given for some good period of time, like 3 years, people were receiving food. But then time came in, like coming to 4 years, they tried to reduce the food. After reducing the food, then from there, like they had the stages where they were preparing people to start living on their own. Because now the idea was this. They were doing something like they want these people to get something for themselves. You get it? But then the problem came in here is that the settlements where these people sometimes are taken, they are taken to rocky places where you find digging becomes very hard. You get it?
Yeah.
Then the fellow refugees, you find what they do, they go to the host to hire land for digging. So then the problem comes in. There are those people who don't have the money to hire the land. And there are those people who have the money to hire the land. So those people who have the money, they hire the land, they dig, they come and sell. Now for you, if you don't have the money to buy items or to get the money to hire the land, it becomes a problem because now time has come in where these people, the insurers say like, hey, funding is getting done. World Food Program are like, hey man, we're getting done, like we don't have money now, you're out of emergencies. You get it?
Yeah.
So but then it's still, they don't leave them like that. Like they give them programs like training special, they give them livelihood skills, like how to survive, like when there is nothing. You get it?
Yeah.
How to survive. So, but still all in all is that most of them, some of them are lazy. They're those people who don't want to work.
And some of them are lazy.
Yeah.
And by the way, now let us first talk about this. What do you think? Actually, we've talked about it, but I wanted to put it this way.
Yeah.
What does it take for somebody to live at the refugee camp?
I don't know. I don't have.
I've been there. I've
Yeah.
been there, and I've known. But what does it take for somebody to live at the refugee camp? Like honestly, it's not easy. But what does it take for somebody to live at the refugee camp?
I think sacrifice. And like there are people who have, before when they went to the camp, they are extremely rich.
Yeah.
You get it? They are good, they're living good, they have cars, they live in good houses. But when they go to the refugee camp, the little money they went with, as time continues, the money gets down, right?
My money got done there.
Yeah.
Yes, I went with the money, but I came back with that money.
You come back with that money.
Yeah.
So like, it's like a sacrifice. Like the camp is like this. The camp is like a place where you see there's not any other option. So the option is surviving is winning. Like you have to do anything to survive. So like it's not a place for leisure. It's not a place for luxury. It's a place where you have to think. Creativity has to come in, because you find that there were some South Sudanese that they didn't have even any idea of opening organizations.
Yeah.
But right now they run organizations. Up to now, even some of them extended some of their branches to the country, to South Sudan. They're operating. Like YSAT, Platform Africa, CDC. They have a branch in here and wherever. But these are people that when they were here, I don't know if they had that idea. But when they went there, they think the environment is harsh, but you have to think in order to survive. So like it's just a place of where you're ready to survive, because it's hard. Honestly, it's not a good thing like to live in the refugee camp. That is a fact, because one, there are there are a lot of issues. Don't feel home. You live with the people that don't speak your language. You get it. You speak Arabic. You find people are speaking Lobara. They're speaking Aringa. They're speaking different languages. That even it is hard to interact. But then it takes time, like for you, like to mingle together. So like it's a sacrifice. Trust me. Yeah, to live in.
You earlier on mentioned that being at a refugee camp is just like an opportunity. It's like a hub to get more skills and experience that perhaps you will have to put in to at least, you know, enlarge your circle of thinking and how you can deal with the situations that are existing at hand.
Yeah.
And you become one of the person who really, let me say, moved out from the perspective that living at the refugee camp is perhaps the end of your life.
Yeah.
When I was there were many people who gave up.
Yeah. A lot.
Youth started drinking, smoking, chewing marungi throughout. And their life became so miserable.
True.
Some of them could not make it. Some of them actually died.
Yeah.
Because of the situations you talked of. Now let us look at this issue of taking innovations and these creative issues so seriously. You felt this should have been the way how it should have been done.
Yeah.
Let's look at the perspective of these issues of a creative industry, become a content creator. How do people perceive about it?
Yeah. You know, like there's this thing that is so common about content creation, like here in the country. You have seen there are a lot of people. Before, people know that when you want to do something, you either become a musician or comedian. But you find right now there's too much people who are doing comedy. There's too much of people who are doing what? They are singing. But then there are other things like in the content creation that people didn't go to. There are a lot of the things. Now, like one of the things that I'm doing, the podcasting, before it was not there. Like it's one of the things that it was there, but we were seeing them from other people, from other countries. We're seeing them from the Western world. We're seeing them being interviewed like that. That thing is not there with us. So like where I am is like a new side to us, like we South Sudanese, but it's one of the things that is very impactful. I'm scared to say this, but maybe it could be one of the things that will replace radio stations one day, by the way. And then it depends on the radio stations that sometimes they wanted to go live. Because like when right now, a lot of people are on their phones. Few people listen to radio. You get it?
Yeah.
And then you find that then there are these radios that's like, okay, people are on their phone. Maybe let us do what? Live streaming.
Yeah.
So that we can continue with our what? With our listeners. Or maybe whenever they have session, they record the session, then they post it on their page. But then there are those radio stations that's like, nah, this is not our thing. We have our listeners. But then with time, you're going to reduce your listeners. You get it? Because you find that the development of technology, the smartphones that are coming in, internet, every day people on their phones. And easily, you got to know me, it was through internet. If it was not internet, you will not know me. And I got to know you through internet and we start communicating. It was through internet. So you find that the internet has a more impact, like compared to before. So I feel like where I am, I'm seeing a lot of podcasts like Energy, the Wilma, and a lot of podcasts now in the country, which is a very good thing. And let people continue having that, because through that, it helps to spread our information. People get to know what South Sudan is, because like when you post about South Sudan, there are a lot of content right now compared to before. Yeah.
In the next 5 years,
in
the next 5 years, because we've seen how the country is progressing, but in the next 5 years, where do you think South Sudan is more special about the content creators? Where do you see yourselves?
Like for me, I think like it depends on one of the most important thing, that is internet. Internet is most expensive in our country, and you find that when you continue going to other countries, countries that have free internet or have cheaper internet, they develop more faster. You get it?
Yeah.
Like go to Kenya. Internet is kind of like reliable, but you find that here in the country, for you to watch a whole video, 1 hour video, man, you need to ban Zolke Ketir. You get it? You have to ban enough internet. And you find that Starlink is there. But in Starlink, it's just limited to people who are working class. There are people who cannot afford that $30 subscription, or even getting it like the $400. Like to install it. And somebody will like, why should I waste that $400? But then you find that if we believe like the internet is going to be another thing, like it's going to be cheaper in the country, trust me, there will be a lot of impact in terms of content creation, because everyone will become like a lot of people will be doing content creation, and content creation helps a lot of people. It creates employment to people. People start getting money and that stuff. But like if they work on that, I feel like there will be a lot of changes in the next 5 years. And also they think of the country like us being banned like from revenues from the internet. We don't get our, like you do content, you have crazy views, at the end of the day you don't get money out of it. And I believe like if they lift that ban, trust me, there will be a lot of impact, because now people will be having money, getting money from their work, from their views, anything they do online, they start earning. But then right now you find that most of our content creators, they use like now other countries, numbers, whatever, to register. But within, you work hard, bro, until you get tired, you'll die, man, even you'll not eat something out of your money.
Yeah. And now, what does it take for somebody to become a content creator?
Yeah, so content creation is something that is like, it's just not about doing something. It's about what do you want to achieve out of whatever thing you want to do. Like, for example, somebody may be saying like, hey, Chill Dog is doing well, so what I should do, maybe I should open my podcast and just start interviewing people. You get it? Because they have seen somebody doing something, then they start imitating and doing that thing. But the thing is this, content creation is like also work. You plan it. Like, okay, I want to do a podcast. Why do I want to do the podcast? Or why am I doing comedy? Is it just I want to be famous? Or what kind of information do I want to pass? Then why do you want to do it? Then like when you have it, how do you want to do it? Because there are people who do podcasts where they do just audio recording. Just record audio and then they pass it. Then like the purpose, like you have a reason why you're doing something. Just don't do it because you see Classic FM has opened a radio station. You're like, okay, I want to compete with the Classic FM. I want to open also my radio station since they are doing well. You get it? So like have a reason why you're doing certain things. And when you have the reason, you have the purpose, trust me, you'll achieve your goal. So like for me, doing content creation is a good thing, is a sweet thing. It has like a lot of advantages. Like it creates you connections, you get to know people, like it's good. But at the end of the day, but if you don't know why you're doing certain thing, trust me, nobody will like, why are you doing this thing? People will be having questions, this thing is not good for you. Just why you find that there are some musicians like, man, why are you doing music? You're not good for it. Maybe do certain thing. You get it? Maybe some people are becoming musician because maybe they see the fame, these people have ladies, they have a lot of, ladies love them and that stuff. And then like, another fanan, that. But then if you don't have a purpose why you want to become a musician, you may not get what you wanted, or maybe you may not be like the Chris Brown, the Michael Jackson, the John Frog and whatever. So like having a purpose in anything you want to do, trust me, you'll be any good content creator out there. Yeah.
Many people have been complaining that for you to become a content creator, perhaps you need to have a very good camera, you need to have a wireless microphone, you need to have microphone generally. What is your advice to people who would want to become content creators but they don't have access?
Yeah, so it's a very funny story if I tell you about mine. There is always this saying that when you have the idea, start. So Before, I didn't have good camera. I didn't have mics.
Yeah.
I have nothing, but I have the idea of doing something that I feel like it could have an impact towards my life or towards the society.
Yeah.
So the thing is this: content creation is a very easy thing to do, but at the end of the day, it's a hardest thing to do also. Why easy? You find that most content creators start with their phone. They start with what is available. You find that there are these content creators where they use phone mic. They use the phone as their microphone. And then they put the camera. And then they start recording. And they start doing their thing. So the thing is that use what you have as time continues. Before even I didn't have this wireless mic. I was hiring. There are these people who have the money where you can hire. I used to hire mics. I used to hire cameras. I used to, like, when you go back to my episodes and then with the current episode, you will see a lot of great changes. Before we were using phone. Honestly, we were using phone for shooting. But that is what is available. So, like, if you're waiting to get everything fixed, you will not achieve what you want. But use what is available. If you have the phone, even though you have your Tecno, you have your Itel, you have your Samsung, you have your iPhone phone, start doing what you think you want to do. But then at the end of the day, people want to see what message are you giving out, because you, like these Nigerians, most of them use phones. And we may not feel like these people are using maybe good cameras. From the start, they start with the phone. Then at the end of the day, they end up having cameras, having good mics after them achieving, maybe getting some money, whatever. But at the end of the day, use what is available, know the purpose, the thing you're doing. If you do very good thing, trust me, people will not care about the gadget you're using. At the end of the day, they will be telling like, hey man, try to improve on your camera, try to improve on your mics. You know, those are the challenges you're facing. But at the end of the day, you continue doing, because being consistent is the most important thing. If you're not consistent in anything you do, because like somebody criticize you that man, your sound is bad, so then because of that you feel bad, like, okay, I'm stopping doing content. Nah, then you continue doing, because nobody is born like perfect, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. And it is 9 a.m. in the morning. You're listening to 92.4 Classic FM. We are the people station, and this is the drum where the voices of the people heard right here. And we normally host inspirational people like George, who had been so much into the content creation. He had gone through a lot, from South Sudan to the refugee camp in Ocha, going to Arua, coming back to the country. It has been a long journey that many people couldn't, but because of persistent endurance, he was able to maneuver through all those hard times. And by the way, he is the founder of Chill Talk podcast, and apparently he's doing very good. The Facebook page is growing. I think it's now having more than 14,000 followers. On YouTube is also growing. I think 1,500, if I'm not very mistaken, which is a great achievement. I sometimes wonder why South Sudanese do not have emails, because on YouTube, when you wanted to subscribe, you have to sign in and so on. But apparently, you know, they mind email. I don't know how are they using the smartphones, but if you go outside, there are many people have smartphones.
Yeah.
Many South Sudanese have smartphones, but they hardly have emails.
So I think maybe it could be they don't know how important email is. Because right now, you need to have email, man, to access everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Access the Facebook, access TikTok. Like, even sometimes, TikTok, you can watch TikTok for free without email, joining in. But sometimes you're restricted. Even sometimes you cannot download some videos. But I think awareness, some of them don't know how important email is, because some of them people think like maybe email is only for communication, email like maybe it's only for office work. But at the end of the day, it's our daily work. Like, it needs, like, when you're using a smartphone, definitely you need an email. Yeah.
Right. And by the way, you might be listening to us right now from different locations, because our time apparently is over. We are 2 minutes after the of 9 a.m. in the morning. And the drum show normally comes every Saturday from 7 to to the hour of 9 a.m. in the morning. And up next, we'll be having another different program that will be coming. But then you have to keep a hook, stay clock, and you don't have to touch that dial of yours. Keep it classic, keep it 92.4. We'll have more of this conversation next time. And we're not going to have phone calls because of our timing. Our time is really bad right here. But we'll have more phone calls next time. He's going to be within the country, and we'll be inviting him to come and share some light about content creation, inshallah, when time allows. And I believe that the platform is right here for us to have more of these conversations, because I believe that South Sudanese needed to be awakened. There are a lot of things that South Sudanese can do outside there. Many South Sudanese think the only way to survive is to have government jobs, employment at the government. But the government cannot accommodate all of us. To be very honest, government cannot accommodate all of us. We are apparently, I think, based on the population estimation, we are over 8 million.
Yeah.
Okay, we're over 8 million South Sudanese. But the government cannot employ all of us.
Yeah.
I don't think if the government can even employ 2 million people. So, which means that majority of the people, or the biggest population, we have to survive by our own.
Yeah.
You need to be very creative. You have to be a very hardworking person to see that at least you excel in whatever you're good at.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I would be asking this question, and it is the last question actually I would be asking you, is that in 2 minutes,
Yeah.
what would be your advice to all young people outside there?
Wow. I don't have the best answers, like maybe best advice, but the little I can give is like just believe in yourself. Believe that you can do something. Trust me, nobody is born perfect, and there will never be perfect person on this earth. It's unless when you don't believe in yourself. You can be any person you want. You can be even the best YouTuber, the content creator you want to be. You can be the best teacher you want to be, as long as you put effort. Because at the end of the day, like for me, I didn't just wake up to be a content creator. I watched, I do research. Like for me, every day, like every morning, I wake up, I watch different podcasts. In the morning, before I sleep, I have to watch a podcast from different people. Because this is like I'm giving myself a room to learn, because I'm not perfect. Like whatever thing I'm doing, I believe in myself. Like whatever thing I've done, still I've done nothing. So I give myself a room like to learn. Like give yourself a time, learn whatever thing you're doing. Even if sometimes you're a musician, you're doing well, you have trending songs. Don't limit yourself that you're the best in the country, because one day you'll go off. But when you continue doing research, learning, don't stop learning. Even though you have masters, you have whatever, you have degree, don't stop learning. Continue learning. Do research in whatever field you're doing. And trust me, you will continue being under what? In whatever thing you're doing, and you will never go down. That's why you find that a lot of people in whatever work they are doing, they don't want to do research. They feel like they are the best, but as time continues, they end up being what? Like other people come in and take over their offices, take over their places, because they feel like they are the best.
Yeah.
But like learning, giving, for me, the most thing I think, give yourself, learn new skill. Don't limit yourself in whatever thing you're doing. Learn and just believe in yourself that what you can do it. Yeah.
All right, and I think that is the best advice of the day that perhaps we'll take from here. Continue doing research, learn. Don't you think you're the best and you're just there, you don't learn? You somehow you'll find people will come in and they take your place.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I've been seeing in the music industry. I don't know what to say about it, but that is what I've been saying in the music industry. I said, no matter how talented you are, when you don't work hard, when you don't help that talent,
Yeah.
some people who don't have talent will come and work so hard and overtake you.
Definitely.
And that is the advice that we have this morning from George. Otherwise, I want to thank you for coming through. We'll have more time to have you here. I think during the course of the week, we may also invite you to come and talk about the issues of internet and so on.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I appreciate your coming though.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother.
It's okay.
All right. You who's listening to us, thank you so much. Wherever you are listening in, we give you